How many lovers have you made today? Chapter 4. What's been left unsaid.
What is it that you wish to discuss, young Spike?
Luna walks over to a mirror to look herself over, ensuring she's fit for morning court. Spike is left in the center of Luna's room, looking around in awe. He's never been in here before, and the colors are a stark contrast to what he's used to from the majority of the castle. There's a variety of dark blues and an array of books that line the walls, many of them looking centuries untouched, despite there being obvious care in their maintenance. The room was oddly familiar, bringing back memories of his time in Ponyville. Perhaps it's a quirk he gets from Twilight, but Spike imagines what stories lie within these old tomes. Adventures? Untold and forbidden spells? The possibilities are endless to his intuitive mind. Luna notices Spike's wandering gaze, a small grin curling her lips.
Do you see something that piques your interest?
She asks, not turning away from the mirror. Spike starts at her observation, bringing him out of his stupor.
Sorry, I like your room, it's nice.
He compliments. Luna's smile dips at Spike's apparent nervousness.
No apologies are needed. You are intrigued, and for good reason. Very few have ever had the privilege of entering my chambers. That makes you one of only 4.
Spike's eyes widen.
Really?
Yes. You, my sister, my captain, and Anon.
Spike winces, something that doesn't go unnoticed by Luna.
Is something troubling you?
Spike shifts uneasily in place.
Sorry, I've just been thinking about what happened to Anon lately. I never properly thanked you for telling me the truth.
Luna can barely stifle her wince at Spike's words. Her guilt comes flooding back as she turns around to face the young Drake.
You should not thank me, Spike. You are very young, and I put a large burden on your shoulders. It was not my place to do such a thing, let alone in a manner as cruel as I have.
Spike takes a few steps towards Luna, but stops short.
No, I'm glad you did.
Spike says honestly.
I just feel confused about a few things.
Luna's ears perk in curiosity.
Speak freely, and I will try my best to assist you.
Okay.
He takes a moment to gather his thoughts.
I don't hate Twilight, even after what she did. She's family, and while I can't ignore her actions, I also can't push her away. We've been together for a long time, and I know what she did was wrong, but I also know she wants to make things right.
Spike twiddles his claws as he faces the floor.
I'd probably be mad like everyone else if I didn't know her so well. She's been studying day after day, worrying about this forgiveness stuff, and I was always taught that every Boney deserves a second chance. Twilight has been working hard to do just that.
Spike returns his gaze to Luna.
Does that make me a bad Drake?
The two simply look at one another for a small moment. The innocent worry across his face melts Luna's heart, but she also feels a twinge of pain. She is the reason for all this strife. And for what? Revenge? Protection? Love? He's so young and full of hope. He believes in friendship, forgiveness, and redemption. The things Luna and her sister strived for many years ago, and what she lost when she took her first life. Despite where he stands, Luna cannot find it within herself to be upset. She walks up to him and rests a wing on his shoulder.
No, Spike, that doesn't make you a bad Drake. You are loyal, and you wish to protect those you hold dear. It's an admirable trait, and something you should take pride in.
Spike can feel his worries start to fade. Even with her words, there are some things that still bother him.
It's just... Twilight isn't herself. She's acting like everything is fine, but I know she's hurting. I think...
Spike is struggling to find the right words to say.
I think she needs Anon's help. Now more than ever.
Spike's eyes water some.
I think she's been having nightmares. She calls out to him in her sleep, asking for him to save her.
That wince in her heart intensifies as Spike starts to shed tears. Luna chews the inside of her cheek, the taste of copper filling her throat. She's noticed the nightmares, and every time she did nothing more than turn a blind eye, allowing Twilight to suffer for all that she's done. Luna doesn't know what to say, as she removes her wing from him.
Do you hate Twilight for what she did to Anon?
Spike asks, as he tries to compose himself, wiping his tears away. Luna would want nothing more than to lock that troublesome pony away so that Anon would never have to worry about her. And yet she cannot. It angers her to no end that Twilight is allowed so much freedom. In fact, considering what they were meant to represent, it's a travesty that any of the elements got off as quickly as they did.
I do hate her.
Luna answers honestly.
More than that, I find how lenient my sister has been in her punishment to be nothing short of insulting. Twilight Sparkle, the element of magic, the one whom I once held in the highest esteem for what I believed to be her selfless act in coming to my aid, betrayed and wounded me when she hurt my friend. Just as you wish to protect Twilight, I wish to protect Anon.
Spike nods glumly.
Thanks again for being honest.
Luna looks to her hooves in anger. She didn't want it to be this way. This isn't helping him.
I say again in hopes that the truth in my words washes away your doubts. I do not look down on you, young Spike.
Luna says with conviction.
No matter what I feel for Twilight, I do not think poorly of you for your loyalty.
She kneels low, so that he may meet her eye to eye.
You have my admiration and respect for having made such a hard choice in the face of what you've learned.
Spike's eyes are sparkling at Luna's words.
I don't think poorly of you either, Princess Luna. I appreciate the fact that you're so straightforward with me. It's nice, even if it can be painful to hear.
Hearing him say that does little to alleviate Luna's discomfort.
Is there any way for me to lift some of the burden I've placed on you?
Spike smiles a bit at her determination to help him.
Are you sure?
Luna nods.
All right. It may be a bit too much to ask, but can you please help Twilight with her nightmares? I know you don't like her, but I think a good night's rest would help her a lot.
If that is what you wish, then I shall do it.
Thank you.
Spike yawns a bit as he looks over to the balcony and notices the position of the rising sun.
With everything that's been going on, I haven't slept much lately. If you don't mind, Princess, I'd like to take a nap.
Luna stands up and waves to her door.
Feel free. I must attend morning court.
She watches as Spike walks away, but before he can leave, she adds one last thing.
Do not hesitate to come to me should you wish to talk, young Spike. For you, my doors are always open.
Spike turns to face Luna, with a broad smile on his face as he gives a bow.
I will. Thank you, Princess Luna.
Luna is left alone, as the door closes shut behind Spike. Wordlessly, Luna walks over to the side of her bed, taking in all that has transpired. She agreed to help Twilight with her nightmares? The treasonous thought causes her to snap as she throws her forehoof into the thickest bedpost beside her. The blow is hard enough to snap it in half as the post hits the floor with a sizable thud, the drapery following soon after they pull taut on the other posts left standing. Luna is shaking as she tries to reel back the pure burning rage boiling inside of her. With a few breaths, eventually she calms down enough to center her thoughts. As revolted as she is, she will keep her promise. Luna walks over to her door and opens it, the two guards outside looking at her from the corner of their eyes.
Send some pony to fix my bed. I have morning court to attend.
Understood, one says as they give her a salute. Then, Luna nods as she trots down the hall. Well, in a way, she put it on herself. Anywho, let's get on to our not-so-violent donators. Top donators are 630, BadassWaffle, Onlyonething, Ceru, Orion, IronSky, and Jessie Smith. Matchback 109, JockeTF, Darkside Rayden, Narwhals, Blackmoonheart, Pastel Skies, also Rollins, Stu, Hexer, Brother, Morchard, Amikai, Lyra, Runetype 9852, Will, Chris, Twinkie, Rise, Soul, Shadow Moon, Luigi 88, Chance, Crust, Big Smoke 369, Bobcat, GJF, Murder Princess, and many more awesome people. Thank you all so much for watching this video and live life to the fullest.